Hey everybody. So last night the Columbus Blue Jackets creamed Buffalo 5-1, and I think Columbus is getting overlooked by a lot of people. I think they're one of the best teams in the league, certainly one of the best in the East, and they need to be taken seriously as not only they're definitely going to make the playoffs, but I think they can make a deep run. You know, obviously last year they got destroyed in the first round by Pittsburgh, but I think Columbus is better this year than they were last year, and that experience is going to help them a lot too. But I look at this team and they are really, really good, and they are a team that certainly has a chance to make a deep, deep run in the playoffs and maybe even go all the way to the Stanley Cup. I put them right up there with Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, and Toronto as the best teams in the East, and there's no reason not to have them up there. Bobrovsky is awesome in that. He's an absolute beast. He looked incredible last night, especially in the first period. After the first period, Buffalo kind of was out of it, and the game was Columbus's, but Buffalo put on a lot of shots in the first period. I think they had 13 in the first, and Bobrovsky stood on his head and was fantastic. And even in the beginning of the second, Buffalo played pretty well, and then from there on it was all Columbus. But he kept them. He really saved that game early and looked fantastic. He's been great all year. So goaltending is not at all a problem for them. Their defense is incredible. They've got to have one of the top defensive groups in the league. Jones and Werenski are incredible. They're both really good defensively, but also fantastic in the offensive zone. They have Jack Johnson and David Savard. They're fantastic, and even Mari and Nudivara, those aren't big names, but they're still incredibly solid defensemen, and that whole decor together is just fantastic. They're going to be a very tough team to score against all season long, with that goaltending, that awesome defense, and their defensive-minded forwards. I mean, scoring goals against Columbus is going to be a big problem for a lot of teams. And I think it will be interesting come playoff time if a team like, say, Pittsburgh or Tampa Bay or Toronto who are all high-octane offensive teams, can break through that defense and put some goals in like Pittsburgh did last year. We'll see how it goes this year. But this is a team that is very tough to score against. And then up front, they finally have a real star in Artemi Panarin. Brandon Saad was good for them. He was okay, but he didn't pack that star power punch. He isn't. He's, to me, a very good complement to someone like when he's playing in Chicago with Jonathan Toews. When you put him with someone like that, he's fantastic, but he's not going to be that superstar guy on his own without help from someone else. Panarin can be that superstar player by himself just because of his explosiveness, and he's looked really good for them so far, but in all, their scoring is very balanced. The up and down the lineup guys are putting the puck in the net. Matt Calvert scored last night. Oliver Bjorkstrand scored last night. These guys are not their first line players, but they're putting in goals and they're scoring a decent amount. And it's just up and down the lineup. You're not going to have a 40, 50 goal scorer on this team, but you're going to have a lot of guys in the 20s. So I really like this team. I think they have a lot of potential. Their whole lineup, I don't see any holes in their lineup at all. And obviously injuries could change that, but they've got 4 solid lines. They have 3 great D pairs, and they have a top 3 NHL starting goaltender. So this team, they need to prove it in the playoffs, which they haven't done yet, but they have a chance to do something really special. So Like, comment, share, subscribe, spread the word. We want this channel to grow. Thank you guys for watching, and talk to you guys again soon.